Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? You probably saw the news over the weekend that the New Orleans Saints have restructured Michael Thomas's contract. For all intents and purposes, that ends Michael Thomas's time in New Orleans. It gives the Saints options, but realistically what it does is it lets them get out of this deal with Michael Thomas in a way that will be financially beneficial to New Orleans and let Michael Thomas go and find somewhere else to resume his career and hopefully do so and be healthy and have a long, prosperous career elsewhere as he sort of hits the reset button in another spot. So, essentially, Michael Thomas's base salary in 2023 has been reduced from $15.5 million to $1.65 million. They added a $31.7 million roster bonus for the 2024 league year that becomes fully guaranteed on the third day of the 2023 league year. So basically, if Michael Thomas is on the Saints roster on March 17th of this year, his $31.7 million roster bonus for next year becomes fully guaranteed, which there is a better chance of me playing receiver for the Saints in 2024 than Michael Thomas being on the Saints in 2024 with a fully guaranteed $31.7 million roster bonus. That's how absurd the notion is, which tells you what this is. Now, they gave him a signing bonus of $902,000, which amounts to an extra game check. They've already restructured his contract on multiple occasions. So when you look at the numbers, and I'm going to try not to bore you with this, and I'm trying to make this as simple as I can. And if you're watching on the Watch 104.5 ESPN YouTube or on WBTR, you'll see this, and it might make it a little easier if you're visual. But if you're listening on radio, it'll be a little tougher, but I'll do my best here. So, by the way, if you're on YouTube, please smash that like button. We appreciate it. If you look at Michael Thomas's contract, he signed the 5-year, $96 million deal. Okay, they've already restructured a couple of times. When you look at the way it's structured now for 2023, Michael Thomas, his base salary is $1.1 million. So if you're watching, there it is right there. So 2023, the base salary is $1.1 million. That's this number right here. Okay. His cap hit is $14.1 million. It means he costs $14 million against the cap if he plays for the Saints this year. His dead cap number is $26.1, meaning if he's not on the roster, he would count $26.1 million against cap. So you can say, well, Matt, that makes a lot of sense, right? Then it would make sense to cut him because it will cost you $12 million more to cut him than it would to have him on the roster. Not exactly, which is why you can look at the designated releases. So and this is all on Spotrac, by the way, if you want to check it out. So you could see all this. You pull this up, Paulie. So if you look at the designations like we were just talking about, if they designate him as a post-June 1 release, the dead cap number for 2023 falls to $11.9 million. And then for next year, it's at 14.1, and then it essentially saves you over $2 million for this year. So what the Saints are going to do, again, there's no way that Michael Thomas is going to be on the roster this March, which would guarantee a $31.7 million roster bonus for 2024. There's just no way. So they'll cut him, release him with a post-June 1 designation, so he can go figure out what he wants to do and where he wants to be, work out for whatever team, however all that formality goes, but it'll just formally go off the books on June 1 or after June 1 for cap purposes. But there's just no sensible way with the way they've restructured this that the Saints are going to keep Michael Thomas on the team. His time in New Orleans is over. There's no sensible way that you could think to keep him on the roster with this deal. So It is massively unfortunate. A draft pick in round 2 of 2016 had a record-breaking start to his career, was the NFL Offensive Player of the Year 1 year after signing this massive contract. And then just the last 3 years, he's played in a combined 10 games. His career has just been completely derailed by injuries. And it's massively disappointing. It'll go down as one of the greatest disappointments in Saints history, considering how he started his career. But this restructure effectively, doesn't formally, but effectively ends the Michael Thomas era in New Orleans. He'll find a new team, and the Saints will move on with Chris Olave, with potentially re-signing Jarvis Landry. They are going to need to address receiver. You've got Rashid Shaheed. Marquez Callaway is a restricted free agent this offseason, so they've got work to do at receiver, but it's pretty clear Michael Thomas is not going to be part of the New Orleans Saints moving forward. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.